Hey guys, Nicole here, and I am here with a layout share for the kit that I recently put together. It was mostly Craft Market, but I added in the basic gray Prism. So really quickly, I'll show you what I have left. So this looks like a lot, but this is like what was all left over from all the cut aparts. So there were at least 2 sheets of cut aparts from the Craft Market, and then both ephemera packs. And then if I cut out any little stickers or whatever that were loose, they went in here as well. So I used a lot, but it just always looks like there's a lot left, just because there's so many pieces that you start out with. I used a couple of the frames, but still have some of those left. But that's what's left of that, so that will just go into my ephemera drawer. I did cut the bottom off of the Craft Market sheet, so I didn't end up using any of those. I used a few of these from the basic gray Prism. I pulled these from my stash, and then I also pulled these gold letters from my stash and used some of those for titles. I didn't end up using any of these small ones, but I did use these up quite a bit. So I had 2 packages of them, and I still have a ton left, but I did use those quite a bit. This is what I have left for the wood veneers from the basic gray Prism. So just a few of those. I did use up the entire rest of the Craft Market dimensional stickers, so those are all gone. I did use up just about all of the chipboard from the Prism. A couple of these are punched out and in that bowl, so did good there. And then I did use up almost the entire rest of the Craft Market sticker sheets. Again, some of them I cut out and put in that bowl. If there were just a couple left, that way I can get rid of the big sheet and just use the little elements with the rest of my ephemera. And then with the basic gray Prism, I used about 3/4 of this. I might actually just cut these out too, cut out the sections and get rid of that. We'll see. There's a few of those left yet. And then I used probably about half of this sheet. So a few of those left. And I used just about all of the chipboard. I really just have these here, which I always have a hard time using these types of embellishments. This guy here, which I actually have I had some Easter photos. I might just cut that out and put that with my Easter stuff. And then I have a couple of the frames here. Other than that, this is all good to go. It's all done and used. So okay. And then I did pull in the 6x6 pad. This wasn't in the initial video, and I just have a few sheets there left, along with some scraps in there, but that's just about used all up. And then as far as paper, I still have a lot left. So I have a bunch of pile of scraps here, and then let's see here. Quite a bit of the Craft Market left. I don't have a ton of the basic gray left. I think maybe just 2 sheets of the basic gray Prism. I'd probably use this side. I'm not a fan of either of these sides, so I'd probably use that in a small amount. So I think it was like 2 of those left, unless there's some hiding back here. And then I didn't use this at all. And then I have quite a bit of the Craft Market left, if you can see that. But I had a lot to start with, because I had gotten, I think, 2 of each sheet, and then I had gotten that package of the thinner stuff, which I shouldn't have got, because I obviously had too much of it to start out with. But it's okay. It's super cute. It'll get used. It's a really fun line, but all the embellishments for it are gone. So now it's time for it to go into my stash, where I will just mix it in with other kits. So, okay, now for the layouts. Let me get all this stuff out of the way here. I think I'm going to turn this off because I think I'm going to have glare. So hopefully it's not too dark. It is nighttime here. I made 10 layouts, and and so I thought that was a good stopping point. So here's the last one I made, and this one is definitely a mix of both lines. Like the background paper is Craft Market as well as this paper, but then I know a lot of the stickers are from the Prism. This is from the chipboard sticker sheet, and then I use the alphas. This is not my favorite layout for sure, but it's cute and it told a cute story, or documented a good memory, I should say. So I just basically layered some tags. These were the tags that were in the cut apart sheet, and layered this camera, and then I used one of the little die cuts there, and then just layered another little die cut underneath here, and then on this side just layered a little die cut, a couple die cuts, and then here used a sticker, and then a couple die cuts and stickers there. So there's that one. Okay, and then this one was fun because I was trying to figure out how I was going to use like these sewing machines and things that I don't sew. But to me, they were more of like a generic crafty type of embellishment. So I had a picture of my husband and girls walking into Michael's, and so I thought that was perfect because it's very much a craft store. And so I was documenting that we went there for my birthday because we were in a specific city for my birthday weekend, and so I took advantage and used up the sewing machine embellishments as well as the scissors, and then the paint chips here, just because Michael's has a variety of all that kind of crafty DIY type of stuff. And then just layered a whole bunch of the cards and cut aparts. Used some of the stickers from the Prism sheet. This is one of the Project Life cards. I pulled enamel dots from my stash. This is from the chipboard sheet. All three of these are from the chipboard sheet. So just kind of layered and had a big mix of product in there. And then this was from my stash, my little wood veneer bowl, and thought that was a fun way to kind of put the focus on them and the Michaels, and because I obviously go in there to buy scrapbooking supplies for my photos, so I thought that fit really well. And the background paper I liked a lot because it had that receipt feel to it as well. So I tried to pull in a couple of the different, like the shopping theme and the artsy, crafty, scrapbooking, photo taking themes. So there's that one. And then this one, I basically just pulled the colors from the girls' clothing and just kind of pulled a bunch of different pink elements. And I actually pulled this from my stash, My Heart is Full, and try to mix in more of that. It's more of a peachy. And so then I had one of these frames that had that more peachy. So I kind of mixed that peachy pink with the true pinks and made that work. And then I pulled in some of this blue that's in the blue of our couch, which is also the background paper as well. And pulled in a little bit of navy here, and then there's some up here as well, because my daughter had a navy in her pajamas there. So just try to pull on some of the colors in the photos, and just layered a couple tags here. I cut this out of the 4x6 Project Life card, some chipboard elements, and then this was from my stash, a bunch of the Project Life type cards, another tag, and then I used the glitter paper, a strip of that, to ground it all. So this is a card as well. So a lot of Project Life type cards on this layout, which is typical for me. I like to use them for layering. They're a great size for me. I really like using them for that. So just a sticker there. Okay. All right, and then this one was a lot of fun. So there were these different like paint elements, and so I found some photos of us painting my daughter's room and scrapbooked about how we put a glitter additive in it, and so her walls are sparkly. And so I just documented that and I called it Sparkle Paint Love Love Love. And then just layered, like I framed up my daughter painting and then just layered the brush there. And then just try to layer some of the different paintbrush elements amongst some of the other elements. I used some of the diamonds because of the sparkly theme. And then the paint can there. So it was a nice way to use up some of the really themey type of stuff. But it really worked because it went off the sparkle and it went off the paint. So that worked out really well. And this one was very different for me. I love this paper, but it's very wild and very busy, but it really fit the colors of our photos. And so I toned it down by pulling in some gray, then another as a matte to a square of white paper. And then I just took all of these different stickers and clear elements that said different phrases and just did it, took it around the square and then added my photo and embellished around it inside of that. So I have a mix of chipboard and just regular, cardstock stickers. So I try to add in some good dimension, and then I also use some of the not epoxy, but the clear phrases as well, kind of throughout. So I try to scatter them, and then here I just put my photo down, and then I use the gray letters from Basic Gray for my title, and then just layered up a lot of circular elements because everything else was so square. I thought that worked well, but just layered some on top of the photo, some underneath the photo, some flat, some are chipboard, just a bunch of different dimensional elements around that, and then added some enamel dots from my stash and journaled down here. So that was fun. Okay, fun colors, different colors. And there's this one. And here this was a pretty simple layout in that I just have the photo that I did a couple mats on. I did one piece of paper in the background, a couple stickers there, and then some wood veneers. And then I use this for part of my title. So it says Hello Receipts. Use a chipboard arrow from my stash. And then one of these arrows from the craft market, or squares from the craft market, just to bring in that gold over here as well. And then down here there's a little sticker that says recorded. And I use these tabs up here. I ended up using all 4 of those that were on the sticker sheet to document where the receipts were from that I was counting for our school. And just told that story because one day I'll forget that I used to do this particular volunteer work for the school, and this was a good way to document that. So, and how it was building up in my office, and I procrastinated, and it took me hours to catch up on, but so that was a story I told there. Just two pieces of paper there really, as far as I think this is Prism and this is from Craft Market. So, and this one is also different for me because I very rarely use a dark background. But I wanted to pull in the black through the background, the black that was in the photos. And I really like how these pops of colorful papers look on that. So I just used some of the Prism paper here and some of the Craft Market paper here and added the 2 photos. Use these from my stash for the title. Did some embellishing there, some embellishing here. Used chipboard, that was from the Prism. That was from Craft Market. This is from my stash. And then I splattered with gold lame. So there's that one. Okay. And then this one is probably, I think this one's my favorite. And this was scrap lifted off of Masterful Scrapbooking site, one of the classes. And mostly just like the way it was laid out. So the little strip of paper here, and then the cluster here, and the little cluster here. And I'm sorry, I can't think of what it was now that did the layout that I started from. But basically, here's where I use a lot of the Craft Market 3D embellishments. So this one, and this one. And then a lot of the chipboard as well. So I use a lot of the Craft Market stuff. But then these stickers here were from the Prism. This one, and then I think this here, and I think that arrow too was from Prism, and this flower up here. So, and then title down there. So And then I journaled down here. So pretty quick layout. I just love this little strip of paper there. Just adds that fun eye candy to the side there. So there's that one. And then this one here is where I just put a lot of the pinks and the golds and the creams just to go with the photos, the outfits in the photo. And then a little bit of craft as well. And this was just a story about, it was dance picture day, and a lot of the day is spent waiting because you have to take turns with other classes. And so I wanted to document that. I used gold lame in the background. I used a lot of my gold enamel dots. Just layered a bunch of the different papers behind the photo, titled up here. Then layer a little sticker back there. Some of the wood veneers, 4 of them actually from the craft market wood veneer pack. One of the 3D embellishments and the die cuts. So there's that. And then my last one to show you, but the first one that I made here was a good portion of it is craft market. This border strip here and this sticker back here I know is from Prism. This was a tag I added to my stash. Prism, craft market, Prism. So it's a good mix, I guess. These are from the Prism sticker sheet there and there. The Prism line was great to add in any of that like kind of royal blue if I needed it, because it had that in there, and craft market really didn't. I did add in some clear little die cuts on top of this, on top of the chipboard frames, and then just use a lot of the die cuts, and then these were from my stash, the enamel dots there. So that is it. I got 10 layouts done, I believe, and I am happy with that. Now I think I'm going to start packing for my scrappy weekend I'm gonna have this weekend. I'm so excited. So the next time I'll be back will probably be just a layout share from that weekend. I'm gonna take a bunch of new products, maybe a little bit of old, but for sure a lot of my new stuff that has been sitting around, and I just got some new photos in the mail, so I'm all set. So I'll be back then with a layout share. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.